thank you. My talk will be a little bit different from what I've seen today. It will be more about sharing my experience in my life. I'll try to summarize my experience in really short, really briefly. My journey from Brazilian, I used to have a Brazilian pie mini business, and until I become now a game developer. And now I'm doing a VR game called Pixel Rift, so I'll try to go really quick. A little bit about myself first. My name is Ribeiro. Ribeiro. So I don't mind. I'm Brazilian. I come from the north over there, and I was born in 1983, where everything was amazing. These are my favorite things. Everyone here, half of everyone should know. I'm getting pretty old, so well, when being a kid was awesome. And I had a normal life. I got a job. I got my degree in psychology, and then I got a job. I worked for 5 years in the government. I used to do divorce for the Justice Council, and was pretty bureaucratic. And I worked there for 5 years, and I had my salary. I had a normal life, and everything was really stable for many people. For me, I was burned inside. It was like, this was horrible for me. I love like adventures. I love trying different things, creating stuff. And that job, I couldn't change even the font. It needs to be Times New Roman. It was really frustrating. So I had to find a way to escape. So I keep calm and make pies. I bring pies from work. I like cooking, and I start to use my creativity, making pies, bacon, chicken, frangois. Sorry, I confused with the name in Portuguese. Chicken, many flavors, chocolate, banana, and it went crazy. I started to sell pies in a whole building, and it went to a moment that I was selling 4,000 pies a month. So I had like so many pies that I couldn't. And still more pies to cook. So, sorry, let me come back. So it went to a point that my customers started to ask, sorry, you need to open a business. We want to go there when I have the pies. So I started to go through like courses to prepare myself to be involved my micro business. It was really small, but I was indie developer already, but making pies instead of games. So then that's it. In Padas Quero Mais, I went to a course called Empretech, and it's really important in Brazil. I think Henrique knows. And this is really good course because I realized I was in the wrong business. So they come to you and they say, okay, plan your business. Where do you want to be in 5 years? I say, I want to be in Padas Quero Mais, whole Maranhão, is the name of my area. In 10 years, whole Brazil, okay, a big franchise. In 50 years, the whole world. Okay, and then I realized, what about myself? And it make you push yourself, what you want, what you really like to do. And then I started to realize what I was doing. I didn't want to be making pies for 50 years, a whole life. And I started to question myself, what I always done whole life, what I always have been doing. And that's when I came to something like a light came in my mind, and that sound. And I realized video games, that's what I always played my whole life. And then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna follow my dream. I wanna make something that I wanna make for the rest of my life. And I think it's possible. Especially now with virtual reality, it will be more possible. And so I got all my savings from the pies. I sold my car, left my job, came to the country I always wanted to live, for Europe, and in London. And then I did 1 year in games programming and SAE, and now I did an FTS at the National Film and Television School, a master's in game design and development. And we had the first year did loads of tried different projects, mini projects, but no project yet that I was planning to release. And now we got here, so the final project, you could choose to do whatever you want. So I came with Pixel Rift, which is, summarizing really briefly, it's a game about being a gamer. You're playing a game and using a virtual reality headset for another person's eyes. And this game is called Pixel Rift. It's a little bit meta. You guys will understand afterwards. So that's a picture of you playing the Game Boy and the game's changed. I need to go really quick, sorry. And how I did come up with this idea was a dream I had, and I saw the whole world around me was changing, and I had played this game in the television, and the graphics improved, it was crazy, and then everything became the same graphics that you improved to a point that the game was the same graphics from the reality. And I woke up, when you wake up, you're like, yeah, that's it, that's amazing. And usually after 5 seconds, oh my God, it's rubbish. But ended up being a really good idea, and I really want to work with virtual reality, and that idea fit really well. So I started work from that idea because this is the first time I try DK one. I was so excited. So I was love for the first time. Everyone knows that it is different. It is not just a new platform, it's a new media. And I knew it. When I tried, this was like, I can't even compare with any experience I had in my life. Even when I played Mega Drive for the first time, Altered Beast. That was better. If you guys know, you guys don't understand what I'm talking about. It's pretty old. And so yeah, so I decided VR, that's it. I wanted something that could use the best of VR. I didn't want to make something that just for the sake of it. I really wanted something that could use the best of it. A reason for it. And I started developing the project. I'm gonna jump now for what I think the Pi experience kind of fit in the project. So basically, my experience in marketing the Pi, I think it helped me really well marketing this game as an independent again and a low budget again. And the best thing to have, like in Pi, is we need to have the Pi for the people to eat the Pi. But in virtual reality, it's really hard. So there's no smell yet. So you don't have it's hard to kind of share virtual reality using a different media. So the best way I found was with the YouTubers, that they basically play your game and people can see the reactions and they're using the headset. And for me, it was the best way for sharing the product in a really early stage and get your game out there. When you're indie, you need to find ways really you need to have a good product, and if it feels good, it's gonna work. And that's the way I start marketing the game. Get the game online, downloadable, playable, people can play, download it as soon as possible, and YouTube will start playing, creating the website. So marketing for me was almost the most important, always, sorry, the English. It was always the most important thing in my project, after, of course, the game, but marketing is really important. I had to do business card, websites, even kind of alone, posters, and all part of the game, and putting your game out, interviews, and building the community from the beginning. That's really important. Make sure that your community knows you're available and know what you're doing. Even when the game was in the beginning, I already had I was posting what was going on, what I was doing. I was sharing, tweeting, everything, creating all the accounts possible. Even when the game is not even beautiful show. So went to lots of game events, go to lots of game events. That's my advice. Be out there. Make sure that the public play. You have this great. This was in Game City, really good. And go to lots of game events and share with the community. I'm trying to go quick, sorry. And wow, so comparing working with Pis in VR. So it is both a creative process. Yeah, I need to create a Pi that was different from the other ones. The different that the Pi market is really in Brazil is really established. So you have to kind of come with banana pies and really crazy ones. And the VR, it was always about creating choose the right ingredients, be creative, but being creative in a sense that it makes sense to be creative, not just for the sake of it. So I was always trying to make the best use of it, like I said. So I had a boss fight, and when I was doing it, I was I don't want to be just another boss fight. I want to be a reason. That's the only way you can have a boss fight like that. It needs to be with an Oculus Rift. Basically, use the VR headset, the 3D world to defeat the boss. Plus, I'm not gonna spoil it, but so this was always in my mind. Push the best of VR as I could. Testing is always the same. I had to test the pies, tasting the pies. The customer is the most important thing for me. It was always the client, was always the final person that wanted to eat the pie or play the game. So I always change the game. Everything someone come and say, I always listen to what they say, and then just I give up. I throw the whole level away, and then just be change and adapt it. Don't burn the pies, don't crash the game. It's all about risks. And VR advertising, something that I noticed working with VR advertising for VR, that some goods are really good. The good points are that you're the first in the market. So you go to events, of course, loads of people come, Oculus Rift, virtual reality. So being the first in the market, with the blue ocean market, is really good. If I was with my game in a tablet or in an iPhone or PC game, I don't think I could have managed to get my game out the way I've managed to because there's so many things out there. So for independent developers, I think choosing the right market was important. The crossing people's boundaries for me is like the most challenging thing. Like, how are you gonna explain someone, this is really good, you should try this if it's their first time to try it? Usually people have these boundaries to try VR, they're kind of afraid to close their eyes and put the headset on and don't see anything and close their eyes for their world they are. So that, and to crossing these boundaries and make them wanna try, that's the only thing we have in the moment that I think is difficult. After that, after they try it out, that's it. You solve it. They get the idea. Explaining also advertising VR with different media, like we could be here, like I'm trying to explain what I did in the boss fight, like how can I say it? How can you guys visualize it? If we don't, just if we had here a virtual reality conference and we could all be inside the world and talking about it. So imagine explaining this for someone that never saw VR. It is actually impossible. It is like showing a picture and talking about VR is impossible. And the way I found it easier, closer to for me to show what is VR was showing like the YouTubers playing, and I think they do the best. And I'm going to show this quick video of how much we achieved in the last year. Sorry.
Ultimate! Explore amazing lands, but watch out. Once you enter the Pixel Rift, you may never want to come back. Pixel Rift is available for your home entertainment system now. Now in color.
Welcome to Pixel Rift!
Today we are going to play Pixel Rift. Pixel Rift to keep you entertained.
That's my Pixel.
1989.
Ooh! The Hulk is out! Looks like I got a lot of magazines of games and cartridges and I need my packet. Oh, you can play it!
We gotta play Pixel Rift on the Game Boy when the teacher's not looking.
Investigate the Illuminati! Ah! What?
Ah, where's the... Whoa!
I shut up! Oh, shut up!
The mask in half.
A big boss battle! What a hell!
Esos!
Fire!
Take it, dragon! You dragon rider of no!
I'm above the 16-bit.
This was so epic. And I have to say, this is the
Best Oculus Rift games ever.
In the trailer they say like, once you enter the Pixel Rift, you may never want to come back. Well, they are absolutely true about that.
I hope this game hits front page of Reddit because you really need the attention for this game.
Thank you. That's good.
Surely somebody will have some questions. More a warning, don't ask if there's any pies, just as a little warning.
No, sorry, I didn't bring. I was thinking to bring pies. I didn't have time. Next time.
Does anyone have any questions for Anna? Come on. Yes, fantastic. The guy up there with his hand up.
Hi. Just a very quick question, out of interest. You say that community is very important to you in terms of like trying to build up a game and stuff. How would you go about sort of starting that sort of ground-based sort of thing? I mean, would you have like a social media profile, or would you have like a website? I mean, what in your opinion is the best way to sort of start something like that?
Everything together, I would say. If you can create the Facebook, Twitter, but most important, I think, is having the game also like ready to show. I think even if you're starting developing it, get like things to show. What are you doing? What are you planning? Where are you planning to go with it? And just share this everywhere you can. Like even if it's a website like not paid yet, but better buy already, like the .com look more professional. I would say Twitter, Facebook. Anywhere you can go, YouTube. I try it all, and it depends in the game. It depends in how old is your audience as well. So if your audience is kind of teenagers, and it's better go YouTube. It depends on your own audience as well. So I guess it's better. You should just try it all and see which one goes better. Just see, I think.
That's great, thank you.
Nice one. Any other hands up anywhere? Anybody else? Looks. Oh yeah, brilliant. Right on the front row in the blue jumper. Oh, there's another man with a blue jumper. I said blue jumper, and the two people with their hands up had blue jumpers on. The man at the back holding the microphone.
And when you come to sell this, do you use an e-commerce site? Is that how you?
So we're planning to sell on Oculus. We are now green-lighted, and Steam green-light as well. And we want to get to the biggest, like if there is other VR coming websites for selling the game, we're planning also to release a PC version. So we're now working, me and Steph, so now I'm not alone, I have someone in the team. We're now working on 3 episodes of the game, so it's going to be episodically. And we are planning to release in the end of the year, the first episode. So Christmas, it's going to be Christmas as well in the episode, so it's exciting.
And people can buy that straight off your website, is that right?
Yeah, not really. We're planning to go for like Steam or Oculus or, you know. Thank you.
And the other person with a blue jumper and a microphone in their hand.
Hello. Yeah, that was. Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was great. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
I noticed it's like one of the only games I've seen today that has other people in it. So what's the difference for the player interacting with other characters in virtual reality instead of just on the screen?
So I apologize for these characters that we're going to improve. I had to do the animation myself, and we're going to improve that. So I noticed that people want to have response from the other characters, so they want to interact more, and they feel really happy when they have some response. I add like basically, I have in code saying like if players saw me react. I just didn't have time to actually animate them or put it like, but we're planning to have that. We have that planning to have, and also. Like the boy behind you when you're at school, I have to kind of do things like people sit in VR and they forget to look around them. So adding someone in the world kind of makes sense instead of just a voice in the world. You should do that, or it just breaks the immersion. So I add someone behind you to do what I was doing in the reality. That everyone was playing the game just like that. Because that's how we usually play games. And I have to go, hey, look behind you, look around you in VR. So I had a boy behind you at school just for this, and it works so well when people don't realize that it's just so you can look around and see, oh wow, there's a whole world around me. So I think it helps a lot having characters in the world. It did help for my game. Before I had like basically just box moving around, the character was there was no feeling, there was no voice acting, and when we added it did change a lot. It made the difference, and we want to work more on that, make it more realistic, more interactive with these characters. Yeah.
Nice one.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Well, we better call that it for questions because we're going to attempt to actually stay on time. So just say thanks again to Anna. Brilliant.